need to get new ones, you know.
Is it? It's a proper mic, this?
Yeah, well, you know, I got some proper things and some things needing improving.
Everything's proper when it comes to red.
Oh,
Call
we
that
like
one
it.
there.
We like it. Are you one? You're one of these fighters that's gonna move about, and it can you stay that yeah. Because I'm like moving, swaying
No, it's
to
cool,
and
cool,
fro.
cool. We'll stay.
But you know what? A massive welcome back. Those of you that don't know, go to the very beginning of October Red, and you will see that Ezra, the Cannon Taylor, was one of my very first guests when I was doing Zoom in my living room before I stepped out into actually getting accredited to go to fights. So a massive welcome back to what I'm going to call a new boxer, but a vintage guest.
Oh, I like that one there. Thank you. I feel welcomed. A warm one at that. Yeah, it's been a while, man. It's been a while. We're here, Loughborough, training hard. You know what I'm saying? Preparing for my next fight next week. And yeah, man, it's good to see you. It's good. Let's catch up.
We need to catch up because so much has happened. I think when I spoke to you last, I think you was just on the verge of signing with Frank Warren. There were, you know, big changes afoot. You've been in there for a minute now. Talk to us how it's gone from then to where you are now in your progression.
See these type of questions here. It doesn't throw me off, but it makes me start reflecting. I get flashbacks and whatnot of all the hardship that I've been going through. You know, a lot of it's been. I'll be honest, it's been frustrating. But nothing ever comes before its time. You know what I'm saying? God's always got a plan. We can never comprehend it. So when I've been wanting to have fights, you know, every month, it's not been happening. Then this happens and this happens and something else happens. So how it's happened is crazy. I'm now on my 6th fight. I've got my 7th. And yeah, it's just the way it's kind of happened. It's like a snowball effect in a way. But I feel like this is the best way, you know, to pick up momentum. I'm gaining experience in the right way. I'm not rushing anything. So even though as a fighter, you always want to rush, you always want to fight, but that's why you have a team there to guide you. You know, a right promoter to help you as well, get you on the platform, and then the boxer to just do what they do. You know what I'm saying? They do what they do best. So yeah, man, it's been a crazy, crazy ride. And I know it's going to get crazier, but sometimes you just got to believe in the process. All the time you got to believe in the process. And that's exactly what I've been doing. So yeah, man, onwards and upwards now.
We talk about believing in the process that seems to be a little bit stagnated when it comes to you, a little bit stop-start. We talk about going into fight number 7 when you've been pro for a minute now. How do you maintain that as a fighter when you want to bolt out the door? Like you said, you want to be fighting every month. The program kind of like teaches you, hold on a minute, there's about 5 or 10 of you here. You're going to have to wait your turn, or you're going to have to prove to me why you should be up next. How do you deal that as a fighter?
You know
you're the centre of the ring, aren't you? You're the attention.
We're the main attraction, as to say. But as see, one thing I've learned, in life, full stop, and boxing has taught me this, is patience. You need patience, man, and it's cool. You know, I may not be able to get put in the bright lights when I demand it. You know what I'm saying? But I can just do things in the dark. I can work. So, all right, cool. Let's say, for instance, I wanted to fight 5 months from now or whatever, for example, and I can't fight 5 months from now, but they're telling me I got to fight in 10 months. All right, I'll just work hard. So when I step out in 10 months, it's going to be a mad improvement. And that's what I've been looking to showcase. Each time I step out in that ring or get in that ring, I've always improved. I've always getting better. So that's the main thing. I don't business about anything else. I just care about me going from strength to strength in each fight. And that's exactly what I'm doing. So this guy I'm fighting now, Joel McIntyre, used to be an English champion. He's currently 9th in the UK. This is my 7th fight. I did my first 8 round in my last fight. I'm doing a lot of things that a lot of people probably won't do. You know what I'm saying? But again, how can I be banging on about I want fights and I want this and I want that? But when the challenge is there, I don't step up. I'm really here to step up. You know what I'm saying? So these things here, it's you got to take it in your stride. If you're really about that life, you say you are, and you really want to become whatever you want to become, then when the opportunity is there, that's what you got to pray for. You got to pray for, not for the opportunity, you got to pray to be ready for the opportunity. And I'm more than ready, you know what I'm saying? What do you say? Stay ready.
Stay ready.
It's exactly that.
We talk about taking challenges then. You could like sit back, maybe have less rounds in your fights, build with lower ranked opponents, but you're all about testing yourself. I get it. Some fighters do want to push themselves forward, but some would say, you know what, I'm early in my career. I don't really want to rush it. Not,
Yeah.
mouthing off on padded records, but sometimes people prefer to take their time with the opponents.
Of course.
Why do you want to put yourself in with these challenges so early on in your career?
Because I work hard, man. I work hard. If I didn't work hard, then I wouldn't believe in myself. I wouldn't feel like I'm ready for these step-ups or challenges. The only way I'm going to get better is if I challenge myself. I don't know, like you said, the route with padded records and whatever, then I'm just padding myself. I'm saying, yo, I'd rather fall and land on my feet than fall and land on my face. So I'm just bit by bit, obviously it's not too much. I'm not trying to bite off more than I can chew, but I feel like I'm doing what I need to do. I'm in the right space. I've got the right people around me. As you can see, we're here. I've got a brilliant coach in the corner. I'm around brilliant, stable mates. I'm learning a lot as I go on. I'm a student of the game, man, and each day goes on, I'm more of a student. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm growing older in age, but I just feel like I'm getting younger in the sport because I'm having to sponge everything like a little boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really have to, swallow your ego, have humility, and be able to be patient and learn. So that's exactly what I'm doing. And yeah, man, I'm enjoying it more and falling in love with it over and over again. So yeah, it's a brilliant process that I'm doing right now.
I have spoken to fighters before, and you've touched on something there. And obviously, we are here at Loughborough University Gym. You have switched trainers. I've spoken to fighters before where they said that they felt like they were just going through the motions, not putting words in your mouth, but they felt like they were getting stagnant.
Yeah.
What was it with you that made you decide to make that change to say that this is going to be better for my career?
But you know what it is? For me, this believe it or not, this is my first official professional establishment. Ezra Taylor just gets about. I go to amateur gyms and just do whatever I need to do. I always go back to Bilbao Boxing Club. That's still my club. Ray, still my coach. But I'm with Angel now. And you see other fighters change gyms, but I haven't changed gym because I haven't had really no gym to really train at. I've just been making the most of what I had. I've been making the max out of the bare minimum, in a sense, and I've done a lot because then that I've had to drive myself. I've been going out to Dubai, investing in myself, and training with the Cuban coaches, picking up wherever I can pick up because I love the sport. I find Angel, he's passionate with the sport as well. When you can find someone who's got the same passion as you and he wants to achieve and he can believe your vision as much as you do, then I feel like that's that perfect combination. And obviously I'm around hungry people as well, so that's always going to help stimulate growth in general. So I find my home here, with not essentially here, it's with the people, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm here for. I'm here to take bits and parts of pieces of what people bring and then add it to myself, because I haven't had a crazy amateur record. I looked at my amateur book the other day and I've been banging on talking about I've had 20 fights. I had 18 fights.
It's close.
Yeah, it's close. I'm not a big liar.
Round up.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, if you round up, yeah,
10.
that's it. Yeah, but I haven't had a lot of amateur fights, so I have to get out of there. I have to bridge the gap. I have to go and get the experience where I haven't got it before. So that's why I work so hard, because I know that there's other people out there. They've got GB pedigree. They got this. They got that, and I don't. So, and that's not like woe is me. Like, I'm here to work harder for that. So that's why I go. If you ever see me elsewhere, it's because I'm trying to learn more, trying to gain more knowledge, add it to my arsenal, and keep it moving. And now I'm here. I'm gaining more knowledge. And I'm just doing what I've been setting out to do. And I feel like you'll see in the next few fights, you'll see the improvements. Because I don't box like a fighter with my pedigree on paper. I believe so anyway. I feel like I look like I could be levels above, essentially. Like, if you guess that, he's had 20 fights, yeah, I probably could look at 20 fights. Who knows? But I believe in myself that I'm getting to where I need to get to quicker than the average person would.
Self-belief is a key component. So obviously this jigsaw puzzle of yourself as you build as a fighter. Talk to us about the benefits then training with Angel. I can sit here and beat the drum about his meticulous style, the way that he will get on your neck if you're not doing something properly. But your experience with working with him, coming from kind of like a transient boxer lifestyle.
I think it's amazing, man. He's been singing all the right songs that I've been wanting to hear. I like how harsh he is. I like how meticulous he is. He's very, very tedious with his methods. And he's a serious coach. He's a serious coach. Again, and with passion that burns like that, if you have the boxer that has it just like myself as well, it's just a combination to win. I see it's a recipe to win, and you can see the proofs in the pudding, man. Like we work hard. That is the main thing. We work hard, but we do it in strategic steps. So I feel like the transition, it's not really a crazy transition to me because I've always had that mindset. It's just finding where my mindset can, explore it, if that makes sense. And obviously my amateur coach as well, Ray, he's got the same type of ethos. He's a hard working coach as well. So me coming in here, it's not like, oh, what's this? This is weird. I don't know how to. I'm built for this. I've been built for this from the amateur days. So now I can explore it as a professional. And yeah, man, I feel like I've got bundles to come. I've got leaps and bounds to take on board and then implement it come fight night, and just keep working. Like this is the gym that you just want to be around every day, regardless. Like even if you are working, you want to see or be a fly on the wall. The energy is high. You know what I'm saying? The work rate is high. Our goals, our dreams are high. So it's good to just be around that, and yeah, man, create. I guess you could call it the Ezra Taylor 2.0.
We love to hear it. Competition, or we talk about the stable. Frank Warren, I'd say, has got the key. He's got good heavyweights. He's got the nice stable of heavyweights. And he's also got some good light heavyweights as well. Obviously, we've got Anthony Yard. We've got Carrie Latuma. Forgive me if there's another one and I've forgotten. I know that Callum Johnson was with them, but he retired. And obviously, Willie Hutchinson and yourself. When you look at those in the stable and you look at, aspirations and maybe looking up to people, these stable friends will eventually, if they're still about, because you're young, become foes. How do you see that as like inspiring or inspirational for you to really work as hard as you can?
I'll be honest, they ain't my friends. None of them are my brethren. Shout out Itamar though, he's cool. But and Moses, them man are cool. But none of them are my friends like that. But I don't even see it as competition, man. You're the only person I compete with, and it sounds cliche, it's for myself. Because again, I could talk about Anthony Yard. He may be there, he may not be whilst we get to a stage where we can fight. So I just got to be ready for whoever. You know what I'm saying? It may not be from the Frank Warren stable. It could be from across the way. It could be any of the guys that are flying the flag right now. Dan Aziz, Cam Smith, Joshua Boatsi, all these people. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget Craig Richard, Shaq and Pitt. There's a lot of them. So I can't look at 4 or 5 and think, oh yeah, I may be mixing it with. Like I'm ready to mix it with whoever, whenever. I just need to just be ready for what that may be, because don't get me wrong, it's good what we're all doing, because we're all adding to the light heavyweight division, and it's brilliant. I love to see it. It's thriving, but I'm not here to. Before, if you asked me this question 2 years ago, I'll probably start shouting out a few names and whatever. It's a bit different, but I'm a different person that you're looking at now. So I'm just here to work, and when I get in that ring, whoever's in front of me is gonna have to get dominated in any way. So I don't business about none of them. I hope they go on to do great things, and then we can do greater things if we link up. But yeah, man, I'm just focused on the best Ezra I can be, and I feel like that can be the best in the world. So that's the only thing I need to focus on right now.
Well, all the best for your determination and growth. What I will ask you to do is to give us a prediction. You've just mentioned Joshua Boatsi, Dan Aziz. They go at it October the 21st down at the O2, a South London kind of like, I don't know, it will get sticky with them two because they know each other. They've sparred together. But your thoughts on that fight and how that fight ends?
They're very respectful, man. So it's sometimes you can go towards certain people, but you see with Boatsi and Aziz, it's a bit of a tricky one. I'm gonna say it's a 50-50. If you asked me this again a while back, I would have said Boatsi, because Boatsi was looking good, he was improving a lot. Obviously, inactivity hit him a bit, and that probably affected his performance. Went to Virgil Hunter and that as well. But again, that's subjective to what you think. But then Dan Aziz, he's come through every fight looking better and better and better. And again, it's probably not the cleanest style that he has, but he gets the job done, man. And you got to take your hat off to that. So it just depends on who turns up on the night, I believe. Because I know Joshua Boatsi has essentially probably the better skill, but Dan Aziz has the better dog in him. Yeah, he brings it out every single time. It's not a performance that I haven't seen Dan Aziz be Dan Aziz, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think it's a cracking fight. I'm gonna say it's a 50-50. I know you probably don't want to hear that, but I don't know how it's going to end. I don't think anyone's going to get stopped or whatever. I think it'll go to points, whoever wins. But yeah, man, may the best man win.
We love to hear it. We're going to go to your stable, the Frank Warren stable. We have got David Adelaide and obviously the British champion, Fabio Wardley. They had a little bit of, a little dance on the red carpet the other day. How'd you see that fight going?
Hey, do you know what? I got to stand with my boy Adelaide, man. I got to stand with my boy Adelaide. He's doing his thing right now, and I wish him well. Obviously, Fabio as well. He can be a tricky operator, I believe, but Adelaide, he's gone from strength to strength in fights, I believe, and he's looking better in each performance, I believe. And with Wardley, he's good. He's a good boxer, but I feel like he hasn't really shown me, with me personally, he hasn't shown me anything to make me think, oh yeah, he's gonna do this fight justice, and he's gonna fly or pass with flying colours. I don't think so. It'll be a hard fight for both of them, I believe, but I feel like Adelaide's got this, man. He's gonna edge it out.
What makes you think that Adelaide's definitely got it? You said that Fabio hasn't done anything that's kind of like screams out, I'm this guy. So what is it that David Adelaide's done to make you believe that? You know what?
I can just sense the hunger in Adelaide. That's it. I can sense the hunger in David. I'm not saying that I can't with Wardley, but he seems like obviously they're two different characters, and the character that I can resonate with is the character that David has in terms of the dog in him, the fight in him. That I'll take on anyone. I'll do what I need to do to get by. Even when the whole fiasco was kicking off with obviously Frazer, Clarke and whatever else, he was dashing his name out there and throwing it out there and
rocking up to press conferences.
You know what I'm saying? Like that takes a certain type of someone to to do his thing. So I feel like that on its own, it speaks a lot, especially when you go in this ring and you fight. It's a lot. It can take you a long way. So I feel like he has that. I'm not saying that Wardley doesn't, but I haven't seen that yet. So that's why I just stand on that side instead of that side.
And to kind of finish off the Queensbury TNT stable, we've got the rematch with Joyce, Zang versus Joyce, the rematch. Talk us through that. Who wins and why? And if you're biased to say Joyce, I get that. But just give us a little bit of a breakdown of why you think he wins, if you believe he wins.
I believe that's a hard fight, man. I can't lie. Zang's a tricky operator, a very, very tricky operator. And yeah, you see why he was a tricky operator. Joyce is a solid fighter, very solid. Everyone knows probably the most solid out of them all. But he would have to make a lot of improvements, a lot of changes, serious strategies to be able to conquer what Zang's going to come with. And I don't think Zang came with something crazy, but he did the basics right. Sometimes that's all you need. It's the basics. You don't have to make it complicated. But then people will argue and say Joyce is a basic boxer. But what happened last time. So I don't even know, man. I'm siding with Joyce because of obvious reasons. But we're just going to have to see. Because Zang, don't sleep on him, man. He ain't no one to play with. He's definitely no one to play with. But I'm going to be there.
Well, obviously.
I'm gonna be there ringside watching that. So yeah, I'll probably if I hopefully to see you there, I'll probably give you like a, what do you call it? The whilst it's happening, the fight predictions in it. So like halfway through, I'll be like, oh yo, I may say, you know what I'm saying? And I'll give you something there. But other than that, right now, I think it's probably a 50-50 fight. Joyce, I want to fly his flag through.
We like it. All right, then. Listen, perfect way to wrap up. We wish you all the best next week.
Thank you.
You know what to do. 23rd of September.
23rd of September.
23rd of September.
I go 7 and 5. Where I go and step into my new light and my calling and fulfill this destiny that I've banged on about for so long.
Ezra, the Cannon Taylor, get following him. You know he's on Instagram. Of course he is. He look at his stories as well, because he does travel about a bit. I've seen him do his mountain runs and stuff like that. So give him a follow. People don't really put that much up on their profiles, but have a look at his stories because they're usually quite interesting. Ezra,
thank you. Appreciate
until the next time.
Until the next time. Thank you.